Welcome to the Parenting Roundabout podcast for the week of August 8th, 2022. I'm Terri Morrow, and I'm here with Catherine Haleko.
Hello.
Nicole Eridix is off this week again, still. Hey, Nicole.
I miss her.
Remember us? So it's just the two of us talking, complaining, and obsessing. This week, we're complaining about personality plagiarism and obsessing about the right balance between love and money. We also take a couple of breaks for an entertainment discussion and a recommendation roundup. Today we are talking about puppy or baby fever. Those instances where maybe you're thinking, another, and then you see something that makes you think, happy with what I got.
Right.
So, my husband and I take walks through our neighborhood every day, and we've grown used to seeing the same people walking the same dogs. Adorable dogs, sweet dogs. Sometimes I get to pet the dogs. Sometimes I just say, hey, Pooch, across the street. And the owner smiles at me, thinking, crazy old lady. And my son goes to the park for an activity with his social group every Friday. And this park, at a certain time in this park, everybody walks their dogs in it. And it is just like... like people go places for people watching. It is a dog watching spot. Beautiful, beautiful dogs. There's these 3 large dogs. It's like 2 large white labs and the fluffiest collie I have ever seen in my life. Just go parading by saying, aren't we gorgeous? And yes, you are. And big dogs, small dogs, active dogs, bored dogs, every kind of dog you could want. And of course, as we've discussed here before, I like having a dog. I like dogs. And I want dogs. My husband does not want dogs. And so I just go and look on the shelter in our town and see, is there a dog there for me? Because if there's a dog there for me, I'm going to overrule the old man and we're going to have a dog. But mostly lately our shelter has cats, so very many cats. And that's another discussion, but I'm looking for a dog. And the dogs they have tend to be Pitbulls and tend to be young, and they have one there that's been there forever. It has big eyes, says, take me home, but it is huge. And I look at these dogs and I think, I can't have a dog I can't handle. If I can't handle the dog, that's not fair to the dog. I don't want to be in a position where I get a dog in trouble because it breaks away and it attacks somebody or it attacks another dog. I read all sorts of things online about bully breeds and how they're really sweet and goofy and wonderful, and you shouldn't be afraid of pit bulls, but you need to get them trained because they are representing their entire race, and that if you don't train it right and it attacks somebody, then, you have set all of pit bullydom back. Yeah, so it's like I'm in this quandary. The sweet-faced pit bull at the... Maybe I could take that on. Could I take that on? Maybe I could. So the other day we were doing our usual neighbor walk, and we're walking down this little bit of street that we have a million times, and all of a sudden from across the street comes galumphing this black, it's probably a lab, this puppy. And it comes running across at me. It completely ignores my husband and just jumps all over me with its sharp little claws. I was wearing a skirt. I was wearing my rip skirt, which I talked about a few weeks ago, because you can wear them anywhere. You can wear them at home. You can wear them to a walk. You can wear them to church. It's great. Wearing it for a walk, dog starts going up my skirt and jumping all over me, scratching me. Not a vicious attack, not meaning to take my throat out or anything, just being a puppy. Hey. Right. So the lady runs across the street, grabs this thing, which is no easy feat. This was a big puppy. This dog is going to be huge. This puppy was big enough that it could pretty much put his paws on my shoulders and, say howdy. And so she grabs it and is kind of wrestling it under both arms, and it's wiggling to get away, and she's apologizing all over the place, and it's like, how old? And she says 4 months. And I said, God bless you and good luck, because you've got a handful. I knew it was a puppy. It had the huge paws and the out of proportion body, and just the sort of hey personality that a puppy will have if it gets to run across the street and greet somebody.
Right.
And I wasn't, I had a few little injuries, but I wasn't mad, and I was kind of delighted by the whole encounter, honestly, and it makes a good story. But it did make me think, yup, that's why I can't get any of those dogs.
That's why a puppy.
That's why I don't want a young dog. They're just, God bless them, it's not their fault. They're just, you know, 500
Energetic.
volts of energy in a low body. What are you going to do?
Right.
And that I wouldn't want to breed, because I mean, if it had been a pit bull puppy running across the street at me, I might not have been so relaxed. I might have been a little worried. And I don't want to have that responsibility for other people. So it was the sort of thing that's sort of like God saying, this is what you're considering. You don't want this.
Right.
And I don't. So I have to wait for a gentle elderly dog to be available. I really do have to wait. I'm so sorry, big-eyed, sweet breeds that are they're too much for me at the shelter. I'm so sorry. But I look forward to seeing that puppy on a leash on the other side of the street where I can wave to it. Oh my goodness, so much energy. But anyway, so have you ever had an experience of kind of half in your mind considering something and then having something that happens that makes you go, nope, 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 nope. I remember that. Oh, no.
Right. I mean, well, because my son is about to be a senior in high school, sometimes I look around at my friends or fellow school parents who have younger kids. And I'm like, oh, they're not, like, this is almost the end, and they have more kids. But then most of the time I'm like, do I want to go back to middle school or even farther back? Like, no, I really don't. So, yeah, but I do sometimes get a little bit wistful when I see parents, parents who are both in my stage and not, because they have one kid that's my kid's age, but then they also have littler ones. Yeah. So, like, oh, they're so little. Because, or I look at even just babies or toddlers, and I'm like, we had it easier than we thought back then. If it's awful when a baby's crying and you don't know what to do, or it's awful when they wake you up all night. But also,
now you know what to do is you need to do a chorus line.
Right.
The things we learned from watching Only Murders in the Building. See our podcast tomorrow. Every parent watching this going, oh, gonna try that.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, I mean, at the time it was really hard, but also like little kids, little problems. I mean, you can usually eventually fix what the problem is, and, and they can be toted around, and if they're somewhere where you don't want them to be, just pick them up and move them.
That was nice, man. The stroller. Having my son strapped in a stroller we had this little umbrella stroller, and we'd just go anywhere and just go right in. I didn't have to worry about him touching things, running off, running over. Golly, those were good days.
So yeah, I mean, I definitely, I don't want to go back, and definitely way too old to start over. But
every
you
now
get
and then
the wistfulness.
Yeah. I see something where they're wanting people to, like, foster babies for a short period of time while there's some issue with the mother, or there's kids who've been... I know there used to be, when my kids were young, there was, like, a thing where you would take babies with fetal alcohol syndrome and hold them for periods of time. And, I always think, I never really had a baby. Maybe I could take in a baby for a while. Maybe I could foster a baby. Maybe that's something I could do. And then, you hear one crying at the mall and you go, oh, yeah.
Wait.
Or I will ask my husband and he will go, you're insane. No, no. Don't you have enough to do? Mm-hmm. Well, I do, but a baby.
And you just snuggle them. And
That's right. I have to remind myself this is a human version of a puppy.
Yep.
And with all the concurrent energy and complications.
Right.
Maybe not.
But if it's just for a short time.
Yeah.
I mean.
There's a lot of, in this same park we go to that has the dog parade, lots of cute little kids running around. Like, that wouldn't be so hard. Look how cute they are.
Right.
I'm sure they just always do everything their mother says. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure they're completely obedient.
No problem at all.
They don't run over and scratch me, but they could. So.
Right.
Oh my, it is so easy to be I'm not even nostalgic for something I had if I'm thinking about babies.
Right.
That's why I can completely fantasize about a no-stress baby experience because I never had one.
Because you never had one, yeah.
They're so cute. Oh, look at them. You just cuddle them and you put them to sleep, right? That's what it's all about.
And then you go do whatever it is. You watch your TV, you do your work, whatever. They just sleep.
Yeah, that's all. I'm sure that's how it works. And, puppies, they just sit in their cage all day and they go, hi, I can't wait to grow up. Until then, I'm just going to lay here in the sun and sleep. I'm not going to run and knock over that old lady across the street. No!
Never.
Not on my day plan. Oh, dear. Wow. I feel for that lady. I'm wondering if that's not even the first time that's happened.
Right. I wonder.
Oh, I had a friend who I told that story to, and she said, well, dogs like to establish their dominance. That's what it was all about. That puppy was establishing its dominance. And I'm like, well, yeah, it did a good job.
Right.
But it didn't go for my husband. So I guess it sized us up and said, I'm dominate her.
I'm going to try
totally
this one.
dominate her. I need a couple of months and bigger paws for this guy.
Right. We'll get there.
Oh, well. See, if we had puppies and if we had babies, we would not have time to podcast.
No.
So it's a good thing. We should stand pat where we are, I think. And that will be it for today's round 1. Tune in tomorrow for our entertainment-themed round 2, and later in the week to find out what we're complaining about, obsessing about, and recommending right now. We're always interested in what you have to say, so drop us a comment on our website, our Facebook page, or Twitter, where you'll find us at Roundabout Chat.